every time I listen to the particular gospel that was read this evening, I remember a priest who used to be in this diocese. He's gone to the great beyond, so I can mention it. He would begin this gospel, a genealogy of Jesus Christ, son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, etc., etc. And he did not go through that litany of names, some of them very difficult to pronounce. But I always find it very interesting and very poetic, those words are the names of those persons. Let me begin by saying to all those who participated in the tableau or the pageant or whatever you might want to refer to it as, I want to congratulate you. And I think that you all did a very splendid job, and especially the children who were part and parcel of it. So thank you very much, and you deserve that wonderful. And I didn't know that. I know you could dance, but I didn't know that you could act. And so I must say congratulations to you. And to those who were the ones behind it, who got things together, Sandy and company, thank you very much for putting this together, because I thought that it helps to enhance what we're doing. And it gives a new dimension to celebrating Christmas. As I sat there watching you, and I think I might have shared this with Sandy at some stage, I recall one of the best Christmases I've ever had was in India. And it was beautiful because there we had people dramatizing the gospel, and they were all dressed. So to see these beautiful Indian boys and girls all dressed up in white and silver really was nice. And they had a horse all dressed up walking down the road to the church. And then when we got to the church, there was this big Hamil sitting. It was a huge place because there were thousands of people. And it really gave meaning to the Christmas celebration. We ain't get there yet, but we will get there if we persevere and if we continue to make this place creative and make it a center for enculturation. And listening to the drama in the vernacular was very, very good indeed. And it showed that, because what the incarnation is about, Christ coming to live among us. We carry the theme, the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And he's come to live among us as who? As patrons. So, some of you might say to yourself, I wonder if the Lord understand that pagan language that we're talking. Yes, that is what makes it so very rich indeed. So then again, I must say thank you very much. And now, my thoughts for this Christmas time. And these I address to Paul. Paul, during the week, I was hoping I would see you at the novena. Unfortunately, you didn't make it to the novena. But for the whole week, or the 9 days, we carried the theme that I just reminded us of. The Word was made flesh. And each morning, we were asked to see Christ present in our midst. The first morning, in my reflection, I said to people, that there were signs that I saw that really made Christ present. Beginning last Sunday, I mentioned that God came to us through a pregnant woman. And that pregnant woman, as the prophet Isaiah said, was the sign that God was in our midst. And then I spoke about pregnancy and the presence of the Lord. The following morning, I reminded people of something I had seen. I'd gone out to the registry to collect a certificate. And whilst I was there, I saw all these young men with babies in their arms, and the mother on their side. They were bringing their children, their newborn, for registration. And it immediately took me back to Mary and Joseph, as you saw tonight, going to register their newborn child. And I mentioned that to me was a presence of God among us. Fathers with their children. And then another scene that really struck home to me. I decided to take a stroll into town. I was walking by the Central Bank, crossing over the park there. And I saw this man lying there, everybody passing. He was out cold. And I said, we are all passing this person. Could this be the Christ? And I also mentioned that I saw a young lady, whilst everybody is back and forth with their bags and so on, here she was with some kind of electronic instrument, radio or something, but keeping so much noise. And she is moving at a terrific speed. And I said, she's going to drown out the noise of what we call Christmas. And she was in a different space, a different world. And so people were encouraged to look around them during the past week. And I'd like to encourage us this evening to continue to look among us and to see how God might reveal himself to us. For certainly, God does not reveal himself to us in the way or in the people that we often think he is present among us. Paul, a few days ago, I was driving along through the street, and as the traffic was moving very slowly because of all the people doing their last-minute Christmas shopping, I decided to use the time to reflect on the meaning of Christmas. As I crept along amidst the long line of traffic, with pedestrians bobbing and weaving amongst the slowly moving vehicles, I began to notice people who were out and about looking for last-minute gifts for themselves and for their loved ones. On the sidewalk, where people peddling cheap items for those who could not afford to purchase from the stores because they could not afford the price of the stores. Many of the shoppers were congregating, not saying a word, as they tried to battle with traders. The man who was selling electronic goods seemed to have attracted the attention of many of the younger generation. As I continued, all the bartering came to a standstill when an untidy man passed and perfumed the atmosphere with his scent. The people began to hurl insult at him, and from their angry faces, you could see that he was unwelcome. He was too smelly. Silently, he passed as quickly as he could, hoping that no one would see that he was the one who was smelling the way he did. Across the street, I noticed a dreadlock man, who you cannot see the rasta, with a big black garbage bag on his shoulder, and he had lots of items in it. Not items that the Christmas shoppers were seeking, but bottles he had collected. And he passed all the shoppers quietly and unnoticed, stopping occasionally to rummage through the trash cans to feel out empty bottles. I also noticed quite a few homeless people in the alleyways looking for a dry spot to spend the night. As I continued my reflection on the meaning of Christmas, it dawned on me that Christ was present right there on the market and through the street. He was present among the poor shoppers who could not afford to buy from the stores, but were checking out the items of the vendors on the sidewalks. He was present with all the smelly men and women hurrying to get away from the crowd. He was present amongst all those searching garbage bins for bottles to sell, and in some instances, food to eat. He was present amongst those in the alleyways looking for a bed for the night. And if they try to see that picture that I'm trying to paint, in light of what you would have seen being acted on, because we have quite sanitized Christmas and the Christmas scene so that it does not impact upon us the way it ought to. For example, the shepherds who were told that Christ was born, as you would have heard me say again and again, who are the shepherds? Shepherds were not people who were welcome amongst people. Shepherds were not people who could go into court and witness because they were not considered to be trustworthy. Shepherds would be smelling like the sheep pen. That is what the shepherd was like. And that is why Pope Francis said to priests and bishops, if you are going to be shepherds, you must smell like the sheep. I don't think I'm going to get smelling like the sheep, run out to the place. So what the Holy Father is trying to say is that you must reflect the people that you're ministering to. Christ comes to us like the homeless He had no way to lay his head. And you heard when he went to the inn, there's not a place for you about here. That is what he was told. And that is what he's been told again and again and again. No place for you about here. You hear what I said? There's not a place for you about here. It is only then she's about to go into labor that a place was found. But where was this place found? Amongst the sheep and the cows, in the smelly place. When I heard Mary say, look at all these people here, you know how beautiful it is. Remember, those people who were there didn't smell, they smelled like the man who was walking along Market Street, and people were cursing because it smelled. I can't even describe the way they said it smelled. And so, this Christmas, I want to encourage you as we continue to reflect upon the Word was made flesh, to try to see how Christ is present among us and how we can make that presence felt. I would like us to let Mary direct us to accompany her to the hill country of St. Andrew and St. Joseph, where many are longing for a bucket of water. Let us see Christ present among us, and maybe His presence will fill our hearts with joy. No doubt, you might be saying, then why come to church to hear about it? I come to church to hear the good news. Well, the good news that I'm sharing with you this evening is that the Word became flesh. God has come to live among us, and God came amongst the poor, the marginalized, those without name and those without fame. And that is where we will see Him. Many years ago, when I was working back in England, I remember going along to a midnight mass, and this Jesuit priest who preached, he said when he was a student, they had asked someone to give them a retreat. And they asked for an old priest who was ill, he was dying, to come and speak to them. And his message was very simple. Go to the manger. Go to the manger. And then you start to think about it and to unpack it. Because what do you see in the manger? A child wrapped in swaddling clothes amongst the animals. And no doubt will be smelling like the animals. So that is my message to you this evening as we reflect on the theme, Christ among us. Amen.